warriors, gladiators, international wrestling stars. For the first time ever, these 8 men will step into the Unlimited Wrestling ring to determine the winner of the Red Diamond Cup and write European wrestling history in the process. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unlimited Wrestling. Welcome to WRESTIVAL.
Ladies and gentlemen, herzlich willkommen zu Unlimited Wrestling WRESTIVAL Day 2.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live once again on pay-per-view. I am your English commentator, Rico Bushido, the voice of champions. This is WRESTIVAL Day 2. This is Unlimited Wrestling, and we're starting with the Winter Demon.
Der folgende Kampf ist das erste Halbfinale. Es ist ein Singles-Match festgesetzt auf einen Fall. Auf dem Weg zum Ring mit einem Gewicht von 105 Kilogramm aus Salzburg ist der Winterdämon Krampus.
It's Krampus, the man walking with a purpose, hell-bent not only on destruction, but on winning this tournament. Yesterday we saw him advance against none other than former NWA champion Nickolas, which is a great accomplishment were it not for the Purge Club. But that story is going to continue tonight because it's going to be Nickolas and his former tag team partner, Doug Williams from the British Invasion, taking on the Purge Club right here in Tala at Day 2 of WRESTIVAL. So, the semi-finals, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the Winter Demon already in the ring with the crowd firmly behind him. Let's go to his opponent.
Sein Gegner auf dem Weg zum Ring mit 235 Pfund aus Nashville, Tennessee, the World Class Maniac, Eric Young.
Eric Young, the certified maniac who almost destroyed Unlimited Wrestling promoter Marty Guerrero yesterday with that power driver. Look at this crowd. They love this guy. They love this madman. They love this lunatic. Eric Young. Eric Young is completely crazy. He's completely insane, but we would not have it any other way because that is why we love him. Eric Young and Krampus. Ladies and gentlemen, who would have thought that we would see this match take place right before our very eyes? It's the Winter Demon against a maniac. Something's got to give in this match, and what it will be, we will find that out very, very soon. And you know what I love about Eric Young? He's not intimidated. I think he loves this challenge. He loves to look at that intimidating mask, that those ominous eyes of Krampus. He loves the challenge. He welcomes it. And here's the lockup. Krampus now with the power advantage. Back at Eric Young, but the veteran now turning things around, getting right into Krampus's face, not backing off 1 inch. So now Krampus knows what's up. Now Krampus knows. This guy's not going to back off from him. Where many opponents would be intimidated Eric Young is not one of them. Look, he's having a good time in there. Here we go again. What a lockup! Like two balls colliding, and now headlock. Krampus now shooting up Eric Young. Shoulder block. Near man goes anywhere. All right. All right. Now Eric Young knows it will take more. It will take more than that to knock Krampus off his feet. And now Eric Young launching Krampus. Oh! Look at the expression on Eric Young's face right now. Look at the expression. That tells a lot. That is very telling, ladies and gentlemen. He suddenly realized what he is up against tonight. And again, both men lock up. Now Eric Young digging deep now, backing off Krampus. Eric Young very determined, again going to that wrist lock. We saw that yesterday, he uses that to shoot people off in the corner, just to completely control them. And that aided him in his victory over Martin Guerrero now. Eric Young really needs to overthink things in this stage of the match. How is he going to go about this? What is he going to do? Is he going to pull a rabbit out of a hat like he did yesterday? Oh, and a hard elbow to get him out of that predicament. Now, shoving Krampus' head into the turnbuckle. Shooting off Krampus now, reversing. Eric Young going up and over. Boom! Elbow to the shoulder to the sternum and just baseball sliding underneath. Drop kick by Eric Young. Nice snapmare. Get him in a position. Oh, pinfall. No. It was too early for that. Eric Young perhaps overzealous in his quest to get rid of Krampus. And shooting off Krampus. Krampus with great agility now. Rolling up Eric Young rolling through. Oh! But it was already Krampus who was up in the air. Referee now counting. Great elevation. He just sprung up. Krampus surprisingly agile for a guy his size. Now, Krampus pounding on the chest. Using the chest of Eric Young like a drum. That was like one of those Nigerian drum solos. You know what always strikes me as odd when it comes to Eric Young? This is a guy who does not seem to mind getting hit in the face. Just motivates him. Eric Young now with a moonsault. Oh, and he landed on that shoulder. He landed bad on that shoulder. The referee is now there to check him. But Krampus now. Krampus was about to go after that shoulder right away because he knows there's something wrong with Eric Young. Maybe he dislocated that shoulder, and the referee once again going to check on Eric Young's shoulder. Something is wrong here, ladies and gentlemen. Something is wrong. Eric Young is a guy that needs to be protected from himself because he's not going to quit. Injured or not, he'll fight him with a dislocated shoulder. He won't mind. But that's what the referee is there for, right? The referee needs to be there to sometimes protect people from themselves, to make sure they're safe. Even though you're not that safe in a wrestling match, of course. We're in a square circle. Bad things happen. This looks bad. This looks bad. This looks bad. And now, Krampus. Pressure on that collarbone as well as the shoulder. Krampus with those enormous biceps, applying a lot of pressure. And he's got it in deep. The pain must be excruciating, but yet Eric Young manages to get to those ropes. Krampus will not let go. Hammerlock now into the body slam. Oh my God. If the previous maneuvers did not dislocate Eric Young's shoulder, that probably did. And now stomping away on it. Referee is still there, ready to make the call. Oh, and a splash in that arm. The question is, at this point, not just will Eric Young be able to defeat Krampus, the question is right now, will he be able to, oh my God, and the ring ropes gave way. The ring rope snapped. The ring rope snapped. Krampus hit the floor as the ring rope snapped. Those turnbuckle pads came unhinged under the weight of this Colossus, the Winter Demon Krampus. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just turned in, the ring ropes just gave way under the weight of Krampus. That second ring rope came loose. I am shocked. And Krampus landed bad. That could be the big game changer in this matchup. Referee looking on in surprise. I mean, that's not something that happens every day. Of course, you're not dealing with normal guys here. Krampus now. Still ascending that rope. Still attempting to sit. Look at him go. Oh! Eric Young was right there. Krampus perhaps. Oh, and a 2 count. Krampus perhaps taking too much time. Still needs to recover. But Eric Young now heavily favoring that shoulder. And now he's got him in position for that pile driver. That pile driver that we saw yesterday, no. Still, the shoulder is bothering him greatly. Oh! And the strength of Krampus. 2. Kick out. We need to get somebody out here to fix that ring. We've got a tournament going on here, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get somebody out there. Now, kicking in the breadbasket, Eric Young. Setting up Krampus for the pile driver, and he gets it. There we go again. 2 and 3. Again. This time.
Gewinner dieses Matches via Pinfall und damit der erste Finalist des Red Diamond Cups. Der World Class Maniac, Eric Young.
Eric Young just defeated the Winter Demon Krampus under the most dire of circumstances. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first match of the night. The very first match. And already, this tournament has descended into chaos as the ring ropes broke under the body weight of Krampus. But he has got a heavily injured shoulder. And I do not know how he can make it throughout the rest of his tournament. But he got the victory. He did it. And the crowd is chanting him on.
Dann ist der folgende Kampf das zweite Halbfinale und es ist ein Singles-Match festgesetzt auf einen Fall. In Begleitung von JD auf dem Weg zum Ring mit 86 Kilogramm aus Russland. Ich präsentiere euch
Crowchester, once again, making his ominous presence felt. And once again, being accompanied, just like yesterday, being accompanied by Yannick Drugan. We do not know why he is by his side or what his intentions are. And people do not like Crowchester anymore. How does that happen? How does something like that happen over the course of a mere 2 months? This guy went from the biggest fan favorite to one of the most hated wrestlers on the Unlimited Wrestling roster. And why is Yannick Drugan with him? Also yesterday they had that mystery lady who is not there today. Since then, I've learned her name. Apparently, her name is Visions of Fee. It appears that Crowchester is assembling a cult-like following. Well, he's going to have his hands full. Whatever he does, whomever he brings to the ring, he's going to have his hands full today when it comes to his opponent. Because his opponent is about to control his narrative. And look at this beast!
Auf dem Weg zum Ring mit 110 Kilogramm, the essential character and father of Control Your Narrative, EC3.
We're getting a shot at the back of EC3, which appeared to be carved out of granite. This guy is built like a Greek god, shoulders like boulders, enormous traps. He just walked in off the streets, took his shirt off, and is ready to fight. And fight he can. We saw that yesterday, that instant classic he had with Marius Alani. Now look at this lockup. Oh. And ladies and gentlemen, if you think why is Crowchester back in EC3, he is not. EC3 just did a step back for good leverage, just to torpedo Crowchester to the other side of the ring. And now, Crowchester learned from his mistakes. He's all about adapting in the ring, adapting to his opponent, learning from his mistakes rapidly. Yes, EC3 now planting Crowchester in the mat. Made him belly flop. You saw Crowchester bounce, retreat into that corner. And Yannick is staying where he is. He doesn't want any of EC3, believe me. Going low into the breadbasket. And now clamping on that headlock. Good positioning by Crowchester, is being shot off now. Boom, like running into a wall. There is no give. And now EC3 coming up the ropes. Crowchester waiting for him. No. This man is not going anywhere. Crowchester, however, is taking flight. That took the wind out of him for a moment there. You saw him, you could see the shock in his eyes. And as he just bounced off of the shoulder of EC3, who's got that vice-like grip on him right now. Crowchester now fighting to get out of this predicament. Shooting off EC3. Crowchester has to utilize his speed in order to get the upper hand. Oh my God! Like a piñata at a kid's party. And EC3 now following Crowchester, coming face to face with Yannick Drugan, who doesn't want to have anything to do with EC3 as it seems. Not so brave anymore when he's in front of you. Now Crowchester with the boots. Sneak attack by Crowchester. Just trying to snipe EC3. Now backing him off into the corner. EC3 putting on the brakes. Again putting on the brakes. Great grip strength. Great tendon strength. And now, stepping under. Chopping, almost chopping the nipple off of the chest of Crowchester. Again, the Crow takes flight. You know, Crowchester is a guy who is known for his cardio, known for his physical fitness, known for his physique, but he just pales in comparison to EC3 in this match, as EC3 just scoops him up and plants him down with that sidewalk slam. EC3 now. Oh, and this is the first time we actually saw Yannick come into play, trying to distract EC3. And there is Crowchester. Now Crowchester, step up Insagiri. He needs to stay on him. He needs to stay on him now. He needs to stay on him for 1, 2, no, stay on him. Stay on him. Use your cardio. Utilize your quickness. Bomb him with strikes and kicks. And Yannick Drugan. The referee's back was turned. Now moonsault, standing moonsault. Beautifully executed. 1, 2. Kick out. Kick out by EC3. Well, it's a fight that EC3 wanted. I don't know if he prepared to be fighting 2 men today. Jawbreaker there. I don't know if he fully got it, but look at Crowchester now. Again, Yannick is distracting the referee. Oh my God! Crunching EC3 around that corner post. And the crowd now asking the referee if he wants to kick out Yannick. 1, 2, no. And right now, I hate to say it, but Crowchester is doing exactly what he should do. Cutting corners, taking cheap shots. Because otherwise, how do you beat this guy? How do you beat this guy, EC3? The fodder, the founding fodder of Control Your Narrative. And again, Crowchester distracting the referee. He's a master manipulator, this guy. It wouldn't surprise me if this guy would be starting a cult. A master manipulator. Once beloved figure here at Unlimited Wrestler. Apparently feels no shame. Doesn't take as much pride in his work. Just wants to secure victories here at Unlimited Wrestling. I think that title loss, that title that he lost to Nickolas Kluth, that changed him. That changed his perspective on wrestling. He knows that he needs to do anything and everything it takes in order to defeat some opponents. Oh my God! Referee, get Yannick out of there. He has there's no place for this guy on the apron. Come on. Come on. Yannick is just complaining in order to distract the referee, and Kev, the ref, is falling for it at this stage. Oh! EC3 now, trying to regain some momentum. Uranagi single-handedly. And now he's had enough. Now he has his hands on Yannick, and oh! So much for Yannick Drugan. Crowchester, oh! EC3 now with a low blow of his own right in front of the referee. And the referee calling for the bell. It's a disqualification. It's a disqualification. Kev, the ref, just disqualified EC3, which means Crowchester wins this match and advances to the finals.
Disqualification. Und damit der zweite Finalist, Crowchester.
And Crowchester, even though he's suffering, he's just laughing. This guy is a master manipulator. This guy is a master, and he is very cunning. He is very smart, and EC3 is just giving it to him. Yeah. He said, you outsmarted me, but here's one for good measure. And here's another one. You know what, Yannick? If you want some more, you should step in there right now. And he does. Can you believe this? Oh, my God. That looked like suicide by cop right there. Unfortunately, EC3 will not advance to the finals because of the cunningness, the craftiness of that master manipulator, Crowchester. EC3, it was good to see you, man. What an athlete. But Crowchester took home the W.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for EC3. Der folgende Kampf ist ein Triple Threat Match, angesetzt auf einen Fall. Kontrahent Nummer 1 mit 121 Kilogramm aus Berlin, Pascal Spalter.
Known from German TV, German movies, but mostly from the European wrestling rings. Pascal Spalter is making his way to the ring, loosening up those wrists and getting ready to do what he does best, and that is fight. With that shiny robe on, shining like a star, is Pascal Spalter.
Kontrahent Nummer 2 mit 90 Kilogramm aus Erfurt, Marius Alani.
Marius Alani, the guy that blew all of us away yesterday. the ninja, the gladiator. This guy was born to fight. This is his life. This is his way. He walks the path of the warrior. And this is his chance to redeem himself. And there he is, our former champ.
Kontrahent Nummer 3 mit 90 Kilogramm aus Leipzig. Er steht für Kampfkunst. Fast Time Moodo.
The man with the slappable face and the hardest kicks. Fast Time Moodo. This accomplished martial artist. You can only respect this guy for what he can do. This guy knows how to defeat his opponents. Knows how to get under people's skins. Master of psychological warfare as well as hand-to-hand combat. Oos. The sensei has just entered the ring. Now look at Marius. Marius is getting in his face. And turning his back to Moodo. What does that tell you? Ladies and gentlemen, this is three-way action. We've got Pascal Spalter. We've got Marius Alani. We've got Fast Time Moodo. Three-way warfare. And this crowd and everybody watching at home could be in for a treat right now. These guys look motivated. These guys look willing to fight. And these guys look ready to blow the roof off in his place as Marius Alani is immediately attacking both men with strikes. And speaking of strikes, that was a low kick by the kickmaster. Oh, and now, Pascal Spalter and Fast Time have tossed Marius Alani out of the ring, so they have the ring to themselves. Lock up now by both men, headlock by Pascal Spalter. This is a tough guy, especially when he puts the weight on your neck. Now, shooting off Pascal Spalter. Marius Alani was right there to put the brake on, but Pascal Spalter now trying to backdrop Moodo out. Moodo very agile, jumping to his feet like a cat. As the big man now utilizing his strength, catapulting Moodo back in. Moodo now, cross body block into the arms of the big man. Drop kick by Marius Alani, taking down both men. Moodo goes for the cover by default. And now Marius going for that patented ankle lock, trying to submit Spalter. Spalter rolling out right into the arms of Moodo, who went for a pinning combination as a roll-up. Oh, and the big man just knocks both of his opponents over. Fast Time Moodo now is in the corner, running for Spalter again. Like I've said time and time again, Moodo is a master of martial arts. That's what he should apply in these matches. He should not try and wrestle his opponents. Both of his opponents know how to grapple. They know how to wrestle on the ground. They know how to toss you around. Moodo is the guy with the kicks. That's his expertise. To my point. Marius on there with the quickness. Look at this. Wow. Great strength. This guy is so strong, so athletic. Marius Alani, and almost being able to pin Moodo in this situation. Look at Marius. Look at Marius move. He just moves so fluid, so effortlessly. This is a true joy to watch this. And Moodo trying to get some distance between him and Marius, but Marius has got the upper hand because he's fighting from the top. And now, snap suplex, Shades of the Dynamite Kid. Marius just spinning around the waist of big Pascal Spalter. Oh, and those kicks. Oh, but there's a lot of fight in Marius. He'll eat a couple of those kicks if it means that he can get closer to you. It seems as though, even though both men are fighting back very heavily and aggressively, that Marius is dominating this matchup. He is taking it to both of his opponents simply because he loves to fight. I do not know if it's strategy, but he loves to fight. Boom! To the jaw. And I think Marius, who is favoring his hand right now, probably broke his hand. He's using the uppercut right now, European uppercut. He might have broken his hand on one of those strike exchanges. Oh, Marius now doesn't even need the 10 count. No, he just needs one punch, and one punch should be enough. Usually 10 pounds is for guys who cannot hurt another person. If you're a guy like Marius, you only need one punch. Oh, and that's a cross body block. That is a cross body block. If this guy comes flying at you, this Pascal Spalter, believe you me, you are going down. Moodo now on the outside. Trying to come up from behind as he comes from the ropes. Cannonball into both opponents. And that took something out of Moodo as well. I don't know how he landed. Maybe his head connected to the mat. The crowd loves it. Yeah, Moodo is holding the back of his head. Upon that cannonball, he landed awkwardly. Now he's psyching himself up. Looking at both his opponents, thinking of who to fight first. Oh, wonderful jumping kicks. Rolling thunder now. Coming up the ropes. Forearm. Marius now. Get his arms around that waist of Moodo. Moodo now trying to create a little distance. Butterfly suplex right into Pascal Spalter. This is beautiful. This is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. This is Unlimited Wrestling. This is day 2 of WRESTIVAL, and this is the best European wrestling has to offer. And Moodo now, perhaps taking a little too much time. It appears he's going from one coast to the other. Coast to coast. 1, 2, and oh, Marius, great tenacity. Now, oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Man, I want to see a one-on-one confrontation between Moodo and Marius on MMA rules. I want to see it, MMA rules. Let's see who comes out on top. because these guys have some chemistry that cannot be denied, and people want to see some violence. And now, speaking of violence, the big man is bringing the violence by just dumping Marius on his head, kicking Moodo right in the face, scooping Moodo up now, and power slam, shades of Davey Boy Smith. Marius now from behind. Ducking the line, coming on the ropes, and walking right into that lariat by Pascal Spalter, who's hoisting him up over his shoulders. Marius trying to put on the brakes to no avail. Olympic slam. 1, 2. Oh, that was very close. That was very close. The big man came very close to walking out of this match a winner. To walking out of WRESTIVAL a winner. Spalter. Oh, almost steamrolling over both men. Oh! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! 1, 2, 3. What a kick! What a kick! What a kick! Lights out!
Gewinner dieses Matches via Pinfall. Fast Time Moodo.
Fast Time Moodo just scored the knockout of the year. In all of the European wrestling scene, we have not seen such a knockout in a very long time. This is no doubt the knockout of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, what a treat. What a kick. And Pascal Spalter, he is still out of it. Pascal Spalter is in a bad way. Marius was on the outside. He was dumped by Spalter. Moodo had it well scouted, and just when the time was right, he unleashed hell upon Pascal Spalter. What a victory. The former champion has still got it, still got what it takes.
Der folgende Kampf ist ein Singles-Match, angesetzt auf einen Fall. Und es geht um die Unlimited Challenge Championship.
So normally, a challenge championship match entails that whomever holds the belt will have to face a mystery opponent. But tonight, the reigning and defending champion, Nickolas Kluth, here being flanked by the Kluth brand as always, does not know who his opponent will be. But tonight, he knows, because yesterday in that four-way matchup, Hendry secured his spot in this match. Here we go. You can already smell the whiskey. You can smell the whiskey from miles away. And slowly but surely, the Berliner Schnauzer, King Kluth, Nickolas Kluth, the current Unlimited Wrestling Challenge Champion, is well on his way of becoming a German wrestling superstar. This is the man that I have personally anointed as the future of German wrestling. Nickolas Kluth. Let's hear what he's gotta say. Where are we? Where are we? Nickolas Kluth, tell us where we are.
Ich glaube, ich muss mich vorstellen. Ich mache es aber trotzdem, denn das ist Berlin. Ich bin die Nummer 1. Heute mal zur Kurzfassung, denn ich habe viel zu sagen. Ich bin nicht alleine. Zu meiner Seite die schönste Dame hier in Thale, Meneket. Da draußen wollte ein Fan mir eine schöne Krone geben. Ich halte sie mal kurz hoch. Die wird nicht ganz passen, die wäre vielleicht was für meinen Gegner, aber das ist doch was Feines für dich. Soll die Krönung kommen für die Königin? Cat, bitte stell dich in die Mitte. So, Cam. Rechts, er ist Submission Ultra Heavy Wara! Zu meiner Linken, der Koloss aus Leipzig, Chris Titan! Wir sind das Beste, was dieser Liga passieren konnte. Wir sind Unlimited Wrestling. Und jetzt lade ich wieder ein zur Kluth Show. Und jetzt wird's besonders. Denn mein Gegner, der versteht mich nicht. So we have to talk in English. You will get it, maybe it's Denglish. So, the fans are excited. I hope you hear it back there. Because Hendry versus Kluth, man. That's exciting. The first time someone challenged me to a promo duel. Someone who has the charisma, who has the nuts to say something against King fucking Kluth. But that's not it. I mean, yeah, he does his funny entrance, I do my promos, and you sit there clapping, laughing, have the fun of your life. But for the enemies, they are frightening. That's not a fight, that's a war. Man, lightning punchlines. Because we don't talk. We cut promos till their fighting spirit is English. So that's why you're excited. And because I'm the only German wrestler who can cut a great promo in English. But let's face it, Joe. I mean, you have the look, you're a good-looking guy, if I can say that. I mean, you're from Scotland and I don't drink Scottish whiskey. But hey, you're funny entrance and you're singing. But what's so special about that? I mean, everybody can sing. Here's something from The Lion King you maybe know. Listen. Can you feel the Kluth tonight when he slaps your face? It's enough to make Joe Hendry cry when I kick his fucking ass. See, that's easy. So let's put away everything I have. Let's say I just stay here in boxer shorts. I still king fucking Kluth. I come out here, have the big balls. And let's say we take away your entrance, your funny punchlines, your little video. I mean, then you're nothing more than a normal $50 British wrestler who comes overseas to steal my spot. And let me tell you this. I don't respect you, because for me, you're just another Inselaffe. So please, give it everything you got. Give me your entrance. Please mark me. Challenge me. I want a fucking challenge. But in the end, I will kick you back to Scotland. And I have one request. Could you please go there and say, I got beaten by the number 1 aus Berlin, King fucking Kluth!
What a promo!
When I was young, I saw Joe Hendry in Germany. In front of me, oh, it was beautiful, magical.
Is this a logical song?
And I saw Kluth, he has a crown from a Burger King. It's wonderful, and it's Cause when I was young, I saw Joe Hendry in Germany. In front of me, oh, it was beautiful, magical. And then I saw Kluth, he was a shiter, Orange Cassidy.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Kluth has met his match! Joe Hendry with his custom entrance theme that he made especially for Kluth.
Okay, let's introduce these two guys. Zu meiner Rechten der Herausforderer mit 252 Pfund aus Edinburgh, Scotland, Joe the Answer Hendry.
Wouldn't it be something if Joe Hendry became the challenge champion here tonight?
Zu meiner Linken in Begleitung des Kluth-Brands. Mit einem Gewicht von 49 Flaschen Whisky. Aus dem Weddinger Kiez. Die Berliner Schnauze Nickolas Kluth. Der Referee für dieses erste Titelmatch des heutigen Abends ist Kev the Ref. Ring frei.
That's a little soon, Joe Hendry. That's a little soon. Well, at least Joe Hendry believes in Joe Hendry. So Joe Hendry, two-time winner of the Commonwealth Games in the category of Olympic wrestling. This guy has traveled the world, wrestled everywhere, but he has never in his entire life faced anybody like Nickolas Kluth, the Berliner Schnauzer. And Kluth came prepared. The straps are down. Look at the shape that Nickolas Kluth is in. Ladies and gentlemen, expect this to turn ugly really, really fast as both men are circling each other. Oh, nice jab there by Nickolas Kluth. Nickolas Kluth now taking some boxing lessons. Oh, here we go, going low in the kidney area. And now, stepping around is Joe Hendry, using that amateur wrestling style. That amateur wrestling style that brought him to the game. And now clamping on the headlock. Boom, taking him down. Very snappy. And you can see in that takedown the power of Joe Hendry. He's now shifting his weight. Trying to pin the Berliner Schnauzer with his power. He's not able to keep his shoulders on the mat. The Berliner Schnauzer now. Nickolas Kluth is trying to regain a position from which he can't escape this maneuver, this classical headlock. And now shooting up Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry now. Shoulder block, sending down Kluth to the mat. And Kluth now. Again, sending Kluth to the mat. Just by sheer weight advantage, his bulk. And singing that he believes in Joe Hendry. Well, good for him. That's a knee going low by Nickolas Kluth. And again, Kluth is being run over by the much larger Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry now. Eyeing Nickolas Kluth. I do not know if it's very smart to give Nickolas Kluth this much time to recover. Hip toss now. Judo throw, hip toss. And now, look at this stalling vertical suplex. Stalling and stalling just to demonstrate his strength while the blood is rushing to the head of Kluth. Hendry taking a little squat as he dumps Kluth down. Now Kluth kick it out. Joe Hendry staying on it. Oh, and now tying up Kluth in this submission maneuver. Kluth has still got his hands free, so he can fight out of it now. Joe Hendry pushing Kluth down. And now Kluth going low with those punches. Shooting up Joe Hendry in the corner. No, reversal by Hendry. And following Kluth. Kluth moved out of the way, gave a forearm. Another big forearm now. Kluth now winding up, charging. Boom, clothesline. And Kluth is fighting Hendry toe to toe. Say whatever you want about Kluth. This guy's not afraid. He told the world while he was singing an Elton John parodied song that he's got balls the size of grapefruits, and that is what he is demonstrating right now. Joe Hendry now trying to get out of this. He should be careful not to give up his back. We all saw last night at UFC how Paddy the Baddy took his opponent's back and made him tap out. Oh! Kluth is not afraid of this larger opponent. They'll take the breath out of you. Wow. And now Kluth. Hendry again. Oh, and another chop by Kluth. Hendry now. So come on, says Kluth. And the crowd now getting firmly behind Nickolas Kluth. Who would ever thought that would happen? And oh, eye poking him. That's the old Kluth. I think Kluth gained a lot of respect from these fans for the way that he took care of his team yesterday with the Kluth brand. I mean, the entire Kluth brand is gaining popularity. And they're not even out here like they normally are. I mean, where is Princess Red Cat, or sorry, Queen Red Cat? And now both the action is spilling to the outside. And now, Mark Hendry. Did I say Mark Hendry? I mean Joe Hendry. The difference is obvious, let's be honest. Mark Hendry is as big as a house. The whole house is blocking. Oh, here we go. Oh! And this could cost Kluth the match. This could cost Kluth the match. Oh! Maybe it wasn't smart of Kluth, but Kluth to position Joe Hendry right in front of the corner post. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us on pay-per-view, you are watching Unlimited Wrestling's WRESTIVAL Day 2. It is the Sunday, and things are cooking. The action is heating up. Kluth almost gets the pinfall over Joe Hendry. Kluth now. Chinlock variation. Trying to squeeze the life out of Joe Hendry, trying to pop his head like a pimple. See Joe Hendry turning red. As Kluth takes the back, Joe Hendry now spinning him around. And now, from this deadlift position, suplex! Beautiful. Oh, and Joe Hendry nipped up on his feet. Boom, elbow. Elbow. Sending Kluth into the ropes now. Kluth launching himself off, catching Kluth. It's Joe Hendry. Fireman's carry position. Boom! Wow, that was a military press variation. He sent Kluth flying. Oh, 1, 2. Almost got him. We almost had a new Unlimited Wrestling Challenge champion, ladies and gentlemen. And his name is Joe Hendry. He almost got the job done. This guy might be funny. This guy might be creative. But he is also a brutal wrestler. You cannot deny that this guy is all about the killer instinct. He takes care of business, but Kluth now with the leg up as Hendry charges. Oh, nice kick to the chin, Claymore style. Nickolas Kluth now. Whoa, my God, miss out dropkick. 1, 2, and almost got him. Can you feel the Kluth tonight? Well, Joe Hendry can. I apologize for For the people watching at home, Kluth just spit in the direction of the camera. I'm sorry, guys. Joe Hendry has some believers in the crowd. Oh, Kluth now throwing some major heat, but receiving it back by Joe Hendry. Kluth now. Forearm strikes, clubs to the back. Uppercut. Oh, European uppercut by Joe Hendry. Going low. Coming up high with the uppercut again is Nickolas Kluth. Oh, and that connected. A hook to the jaw. Another hook to the jaw. Another hook to the jaw. Oh! Speaking of hooks to the jaw, I cannot believe both men are still standing after that. Headbutt. This has turned into a fight, ladies and gentlemen. This went from a friendly competition where both men were jousting back and forth before the match to a dogfight here. Now Kluth trying to apply the Fujiwara armbar. Joe Hendry's rolling him through. Kluth should be careful not to be dragged in the deep end by Joe Hendry. He should not wrestle Joe Hendry's match. He should wrestle his own match. Joe Hendry is a submission master. Joe Hendry is the grappler. He is the better guy on the ground. Again, attempting a Fujiwara armbar, which is being countered by Joe Hendry. This is the way Hendry likes it as he ties up Kluth. And again, Hendry taking down shades of Marius Alani now. Taking out Kluth with that ankle lock. Just roll them into it. I think that Kluth should stay away. Whatever happens, should stay away from that Fujiwara armbar because it keeps on getting reversed, and this is painful. This is painful, ladies and gentlemen. And now, applying a lot of pressure is Joe Hendry as Kluth is trying to make it to the ropes. So Joe Hendry will be forced to release this hold, but Joe Hendry doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And he still has a lot of energy left to apply that pressure. Kluth makes it to the ropes. Again, as we've seen many a time before, Kluth escaped through the eye of the needle. Oh, and a knee lift sent Kluth reeling. Pump kick right to the sternum area. Joe Hendry now draping Kluth over his shoulders. Boom! And planting Joe Hendry. I mean, planting Kluth, who is now reversing with that crossface on Joe Hendry. Nobody saw that coming. Can he beat Hendry at his own game? What an upset that would be. Well, it wouldn't surprise me because Kluth, man, we saw him simp tonight. We saw him cut a promo in English tonight. This guy can do anything. But can he defeat Hendry with a submission? Yes, he can! Yes, he can!
Gewinner dieses Matches via Submission und weiterhin Unlimited Challenge Champion Nickolas Kluth!
What an upset! What a victory! And now both men going face to face. And Henry's got to recognize who he's dealing with here. This is Nickolas Kluth, a.k.a. King Kluth, a.k.a. the Unlimited Challenge Champion. The future of European Wrestling is here!
Der folgende Kampf eine Open Challenge, ein Singles Match, angesetzt auf einen Fall und es geht um die Unlimited Wrestling Championship.
The championship will be on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to WRESTIVAL. It is day 2, and our newly crowned champion is about to defend his title. This is an open challenge for that title. Bam, there he is. The man who tore down the roof. The man who had people standing on their seats, jumping up and down. Babies went up in the air. There he is, our hero, our newly crowned champion, the Bloodbruder, the baddest man, the most dangerous man, the veteran, the legend himself, the Unlimited Wrestling Heavyweight Champion of the world, Bad Bones, John Klinger! Bad Bones John Klinger, standing tall, wearing that title proud, a true champion, a true leader.
So, und sein Überraschungsgegner.
If it's, oh man, I can't even speak no more. I wanted to say, if it's a challenge you want, it's a challenge you're going to get. The boss himself is here, the living legend, Joey Legend. If you want a guy to step up, this is your man. I can't wait for these two bulls to clash.
So, seid ihr bereit für dieses Titelmatch?
First of all, before we get to this, I just want to say right now, congratulations on your big win last night. You put in a hell of a fight. Marty Scurll's no wimp. You took him down, and it's a hard thing to do. A lot of people tried. Most have failed. You got the 1, 2, 3. You deserved it. But you do understand that carrying that belt puts a target on your back. Everybody wants a shot at that belt. Everybody wants that belt. And I am one of those people. So let's do this right. Let's show these people what an honorable match is. Not a villain hitting you with umbrellas and stuff. You and me, one-on-one, may the best man win. What do you say?
There we go. Joey Legend has been chasing after that belt since the day he arrived at Unlimited Wrestling. Will this be his day? Will the reign of Bad Bones
on?
It's on! Of course Bones will take the challenge. Will this be Joe's
Zu meiner
day?
Rechten der Herausforderer mit 252 kanadischen Pfund aus Ontario, Kanada, Joe Legend! Zu meiner Linken der frische, amtierende Unlimited Wrestling Champion mit 101 Kilogramm aus Bremen. Er ist der Blutsbruder. Er ist der most dangerous man in European Wrestling. Er ist Bad Bones John Klinger.
He is the champ, but for how long? Will his reign be short-lived? Or will it be a historic long reign? And the lockup. Oh, look at this. Both men trying to just keep their balance, because this is a lot of power. This is a lot of weight as these two men clash. We've already seen the second rope break tonight in the early goings when Krampus went through that second rope. This could easily happen with these two men. Look at the size of these two beasts.
Come on.
Now, Bones with a forearm. Oh, Joe's giving it back to him. Oh, that staggered Joe. But that staggered Bones. What a start to this match. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be a very short match. One of these two is about to get knocked out here. Oh, and Bones now staggering, trying to regain his balance. He's fighting back now. Oh, that was the time that Joe should have anticipated. Bones was just staggering, but we all know this guy is virtually unstoppable. Once he just catches his breath, he's able to go on and continue his rampage. And now both men are once again colliding. Boom, neither man backing off. The immovable force, the irresistible force meets the immovable object. Clothesline by Bones. Clothesline by Joe. Both men close each other all the way to hell. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Unlimited. Oh, Bones coming. And now that sharpshooter, shades of Bret the Hitman Hart, a man Joe Legend knows very well. Maybe Bret taught him how to avoid it. Maybe Bret taught him how to counter this maneuver. And now, oh, that leg strength. Tree trunk-like legs of Joey Legend, preventing damage from being done. And what really sticks out to me is that in the early goings of this match, it has become apparent that both men is looking to finish off the other man quick. That just speaks volumes of the amount of respect that these men have for each other's capabilities. And again, Bones now going for that sharpshooter. That's what brought him to that title. Joey is feeling the effects of that sharpshooter.
Guys, listen up.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, and Joe just gave it back to him, perhaps just to back Bones off, because Bones is going after him. Oh, and he hits him right between the eyes. Wow. Thunderous strikes back and forth on the outside of the ring. Boom. Right to the temple. This could damage Joe's equilibrium. That could have maybe, did that break Bones' nose? Did Joe just break Bones' nose? It looked like it. I could have sworn he just splattered his nose all over his face with that one. But Bones, broken nose or not, he seems to be all right, but you can never tell because this guy just keeps on coming. He keeps on coming like a zombie. Doesn't matter how much punishment you dish out. But it doesn't matter if you hit him with a car, drive over him with a train, or burn him alive. This guy is unstoppable. It's going to take a tank or a jet to take this guy down. And both now charging Joe Legend. And the referee is giving these both two men, he's giving both of them a lot of leeway here in this match. And can you blame him? This is for the most prestigious title in Germany right now. Oh! And Bones now screaming and wrenching in pain as Joey Legend smashed Bones' leg up against that post, that metal post. Metal has got no give. And Joe now rolling back into the ring. Is he going to let the referee count Bones out here? That means that if that were to happen, Bones would remain champion. The title can only change hands by pinfall or submission and not by countout or disqualification, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Oh my God. Joe is going medieval on that leg. Oh, and look at that chest of Joe Legend. That chest is beet red. Talking about going medieval. Maybe he took out Bones' ACL like Kluth did to Joe. Maybe Joe learned a lot from that match with Kluth. That match where Joe could not continue because his legs couldn't carry him anymore. His legs just gave out. And now Joe turning over Bones. He's got that leg wrapped in tightly. Oh, this is excruciating. The pain must be horrendous. Oh, and again. pulling and wrenching. Joey Legend on that leg. He's got that knee bar on tight. He's got him wrapped up. He's got those legs scissored in. And Bones now reaching the ropes, preventing further damage from being done. Oh, and again, Bad Bones chopping away on that beat red chest of Joey Legend as Joey Legend just kicks that leg from under Bones. And Joe is relentless. I cannot remember the last time I've seen Joey Legend be so violent. This just speaks volumes of the importance of the Unlimited Wrestling Championship. He has been chasing that title from day one, as I said earlier. He burst upon the scene and could immediately, well, he won the opportunity to challenge for the championship, which he has been doing several times ever since, but he was never successful in his task. Could it be tonight? Could it be tonight? Bones is still suffering the effects of last night's match, let alone what the damage that's being done today right here in this very ring. Oh, and this is what I was worried about. I think it's the ACL. The referee needs to check. We need a medical opinion. Can we get a doctor out here? An injury like this can cost you your professional career. And Joey now, this is not a common place where we see him all the time, and Bones knows that. Bones was there quickly. Bones now, oh, one-legged. Pressing him off the top rope. Now Bones hoisting himself up. This guy is too tough for his own well-being. Let's be honest, this Bad Bones will never stop, and the referee has to take that into account. He has to consider Bones' demeanor, Bones' testicular fortitude. This guy will never say die.
He's finished.
Bones now is almost crying. That's how much pain has been inflicted on that knee. And you can see looks of concerns here in the crowd. I am concerned as well. Come on, John. You have to know when to quit. You have to. Oh no. Oh my God, no, not on that leg, Bones! Not on that leg, John, no! No, John, what have you done? Oh, the pain is so intense. You can see it in Bad Bones' face. You can see it all over his face. It's just unbearable almost. And he is still fighting. He is still fighting the big man off. And Legend now. Is Legend going for a ride? No. Legend. No, my God. Where does he get the reserves? Where does Bad Bones get the reserves? No. No, 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 no. What is this? Does Bones have a spare tank of gas? Oh, right in the face. And he is still fighting. He is limping, but he is still fighting. What a champion is Bad Bones as he's trying to fight off Joey Legend. Half Nelson suplex with one leg. No! Almost almost put him away with one leg, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Legend now trying to dump Bad Bones out, but the champ is still fighting, staggering on the apron, and now Bones running into that spear. 1, 2, no! No, 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 no. Not right now. Joe E. Legend. He is not a quitter. He is a fighter. He's got his sights firmly set on that title. He wants to take that title home. Oh, and Bones now trying to set up Joey Legend, but Joey uses his power. Putting Bones up on those ropes. It's going to be very hard for Bones to get out of this position with a bad leg, let me tell you that. And now Bones off the ropes. Headbutt, headbutt, headbutt with that bowling ball sized head of Bad Bones connected. Bones now, is he going to do it? Will he be able to drop that elbow drop? And 1, 2, he scored an upset, he scored a victory, it's Bad Bones.
Gewinner dieses Matches via Pinfall und damit weiterhin Unlimited Wrestling Champion Bad Bones John Klinger.
Bad Bone John Klinger. I dub thee the Drama King. What did we just see? What an emotional roller coaster. These two athletes, Joe E. Legend proving that he's still on top of his game by completely decimating the leg of Bad Bone John Klinger, but even that wasn't enough. Even that wasn't enough to dethrone the champion. Now we know, and now Joe knows, now the world knows. This guy is the reigning, defending, unlimited champion. And Joe knows it. Extending the olive branch here. These guys do not hate each other. They just destroyed each other, but they do not hate each other. They respect each other with all of their hearts. These two men, this is as good as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. What a sign of respect. What a class act is Joe E. Legend.
Der folgende Kampf ist ein Singles-Match angesetzt auf einen Fall. Auf dem Weg zum Ring mit einem Gewicht von 87 Kilogramm aus Halberstadt, Marty Guerrero.
Man, I hope Marty Guerrero is all right, because that pile driver that he took from Eric Young yesterday, man, oh man, oh man, it almost made him a permanent part of the wrestling match. He seems to be moving all right. Seems to be in good spirit, and I hope he really is okay, because he is going to need every physical attribute that he possesses against this challenger. The guy that called him out yesterday, right after he lost the prestigious Unlimited Wrestling Championship. That man is none other than the Plague Doctor himself, the villain, Marty Scurll.
Sein Gegner auf dem Weg zum Ring mit 205 Pfund aus Cambridge, UK, the Villain, Marty Scurll!
This guy has evil intentions. This guy is looking for somebody to take out his frustrations on. And that unlucky person is the owner of this company, the promoter of WRESTIVAL. The mastermind behind the Red Diamond Cup, Martin Guerrero. I hope Martin Guerrero realizes what he is up against. Lock up now, headlock. Shooting out Marty Scurll. Marty Scurll with bad intent. Running over Martin Guerrero. Marty is surprisingly strong for his size. Marty Scurll now. With lock up, another headlock. Marty again with the same strategy, now going up and over, and boom! Nice tackle drop down. It's not working for It's not working for Martin Guerrero now. Scurll now with the headlock again. Guerrero sending him off. Oh, nice crucifix pin. Backslide. Martin now reversing it. Guerrero. Oh, trying to tie up the more experienced veteran that he's facing right now. They're awfully close to the ropes on that one. Oh, he dumped Marty on his head. Martin, I'm going to refer to them by their last name from now on. Their first names are too similar, and pinning opportunities in abundance in the early goings of this matchup. Martin now. Martin. Haha. Martin. I very much like that flying mare. Guerrero now setting up for sliced bread number 2. Scurll now. Kick it out. And Guerrero with the forearms. Whipping in Scurll. Scurll, crafty. He's very crafty. There we go. There we go. And this is where the experience comes in. Guerrero does not know what is happening right here. He does not know what is going on. And look at the intense stare in the eyes of Scurll. Great wrestling. Nice. And that's what Scurll is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, the villain! Oh, and that's awful. That is awful. Scurll has seen the world, wrestle in Puerto Rico, wrestled in Japan, wrestled and booked for Ring of Honor. Oh, and now putting on the pressure on that wrist. Perhaps softening Guerrero up, softening him up so that he can apply that infamous chicken wing later on. Of course, as I mentioned yesterday, Marty Scurll has been training in BJJ, trying to give a new dimension to his already illustrious career. Oh my God, he knocked him out. He kicked him right in the jaw. He kicked him straight in the jaw. Oh! He is beating the crap out of Guerrero. And the strut just to taunt Guerrero. Picking Guerrero apart, and he knows it. And Martin is suffering. Now, coming up the ropes. Hip toss to a cross arm breaker. Can he get it fully in? If he gets it, it's over. There's no choice but to tap when you get caught in an armbar like that. But now, Guerrero is fighting. Guerrero is fighting for his life. Scurll now. Elbow to the temple. Oh, baby. Are we going for a third one? Three amigos just mocking Guerrero. Yeah, we know that Marty can do it all. 1, 2, and oh, the villain almost secured the 3 count. And now, again, applying pressure, working the joints, working different body parts. And Guerrero now fighting and struggling to get out of this predicament. Guerrero now using his strength, using his power, using his testicular fortitude. He's not afraid of anybody. He'll take on all comers. Oh! Guerrero, in the past, we've seen him go one-on-one with Bad Bones John Klinger. He will not back down. This is a courageous guy, despite not being the biggest guy in his own division. He will take everybody on, and he has been very successful here as a wrestler, as well as a promoter in Unlimited Wrestling. Scurll now. This could very well switch the momentum of this match. How do you get back after being knocked down by a knee to the jaw? And Guerrero again. Guerrero again launching himself. Villain going low. Guerrero going high. Calf kick. And now, let's see some archery. Boom! Shining Wizard to the back of the head. 1, 2, and oh! Marty Scurll kicking out. And Guerrero has switched the momentum of this match. Is the pendulum swinging his direction? It might very well be. Is he going to make Marty Scurll regret challenging Marty Guerrero? Marty now. Oh, and the chicken wing, is it in? Is it in? Is it fully in? I believe it is. I believe it. Martin bit him, didn't he? Power bomb. 1, 2. Shades of Psycho sit with the pinning combination. And the Scurll and the villain now charging his opponent. Boom, super kick, that's it. That's it, 1 kick to the temple too many. That's it. How can you get up after something like that?
Shut up.
The villain now telling the referee to shut up. Referee is only doing his job. Oh my Lord. Now with the torture rack. Shades of Lex Luger now. Or is it Ultimo Dragon? Here we go. Oh! Claudio Castagnoli. I stand corrected. And still Martin kicking out, but his equilibrium is all screwed up right now. This will cause you to get vertigo. Blood rushing to all sides of Martin's body where it shouldn't be. Especially to the head and feet. Guerrero is all messed up. Nice Olympic slam now as a counter by Guerrero. 1, 2, and kick out by the villain. Guerrero now, oh, that frog splash right on the knees of the villain. Go! Well, he kicked out, but that could have cost him his ribs. And now, the villain appears to be in a hurry. Crossroads appears to be in a hurry to put Guerrero away too. And no. Guerrero is resilient. He is resilient. He is as resilient as they come. Set him up for the chicken wing. No. Marty now snatching him up. Oh my God! Out of nowhere. no! Guerrero paying tribute to his idol, perhaps. Going up to the top, launching himself. Oh no! He slipped. He fell, and I think he blew out his knee. Oh my God! Guerrero blew out his knee or his ankle. It's his ankle. Guerrero just blew out his ankle. He slipped on that top rope. He didn't go through it. He just fell off it as he was on his way to the top rope, trying to pay tribute to his idol, Eddie Guerrero. 1, 2, no. Perhaps. I was expecting this. I told you guys, his equilibrium is screwed up. His balance is gone. Guerrero now setting him up. And the chicken wing, no. He knows how to fight off the chicken wing. And now, is he taking him in the chicken wing of his own? And Guerrero now, Guerrero is fading. Yes, Scurll has him. He's got it fully applied. There is no way out of this. And he wants to escape, but look at Scurll now bending the fingers. Oh my God. The villain, the villain is a torturer. Oh, and elbowing the jaw over and over again. The villain is relentless. Oh, the villain just going to work like a pit bull. Oh, he's messing up Martin Guerrero. Oh my God, this is not. Come on, referee. Ref, check. Check Martin Guerrero. And now he's got it fully cinched in. There's nowhere to go as Guerrero is trying to have the ropes in. And oh my God, almost got him by rolling him up. And now the villain, look at to put an exclamation point on his work. No, Marty Guerrero now. 2 and 3, he got him! I can't believe it! He did it!
Gewinner dieses Matches via Pinfall, Martin Guerrero.
The villain now arguing with the referee and Guerrero about the 3 counts, but he got him. I counted along. It was quite the pinfall. I could have told you. Once a villain, always a villain. Raising the hand of a supporter in the crowd. The treacherous villain. And Scurll is looking on in amazement and oh, never turn your back on a villain.
Der folgende Kampf ist ein Tag-Team-Match, angesetzt auf einen Fall. Und es geht um die Unlimited Tag Team Championship.
As the lights dim on the arena. A chill is in the air because everyone knows what this music, what these lights, and what this arrival of this tag team entails. Two men with a similar mission in life. Two men on a similar path. For many teams, those titles they have clutched in their fists would be the goal. But that's not enough. Not for Ivan Kiev. Not for Pete Bouncer. Not for the Purge Club. Because all they really care about is inflict pain, hurt people, destroy lives and careers, and purge. No team that has ever stood in their way lived to tell the tale. Nobody could stop these guys. We saw a demonstration of what they are capable of in this very arena yesterday. However, after their match was done, something very peculiar happened. They got face to face with the national treasure, Nickolas, leading them later on to cost Nickolas the victory against Krampus. Post-match beating them down, which led to the British invasion to be reformed. Bringing us to this moment, right here tonight, as Europe's most impressive team will come face to face with two men that we both know as living legends. One, a veteran of many years, and another, a national treasure and a former holder of the most prestigious title on the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, bear witness to the arrival of the British invasion. They are back. Doug Williams, who in the wrestling industry does not know this man? Everybody that has been in the ring with this guy will tell you about his submission skill, technical prowess, grip strength, and never say die attitude. And there he is, standing tall, with or without a title. This man is a champion. This man is a national treasure. This man is Nickolas, and he is gracing us with his presence. Who doesn't remember these two men as tag team partners, as champions in TNA, Impact? The team known as British Invasion is reforming right before our very eyes.
Bevor ich euch die Männer jetzt hier vorstelle, haben wir einen kleinen Meilenstein. Das hier ist der 100. Unlimited Wrestling Kampf. Meine Herrschaften. I'm gonna introduce you these guys. Ich stelle euch die Herrschaften jetzt mal vor. To the right, the challengers. Zu meiner Rechten, die Herausforderer. Mit einem Gesamtgewicht von 487 Pfund. The National Treasure, Nickolas. And the Ambassador of British Wrestling, Williams. Zu meiner Linken die amtierenden Unlimited Tag Team Champions mit einem Gesamtgewicht von 195 Kilogramm, Ivan Kiev, Pete Bouncer. Sie sind der Purge Club.
Finally, the Purge Club. Finally, the Purge Club is in the ring with a couple of guys their own size. Bigger, more experienced. The tension is in the air, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's about.
Who's ready to see some new tag team champs?
That would be something. That would be amazing. And here we go, the tag ropes coming into play. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, the tag ropes are a very important element of tag team wrestling. The man on the apron who's not legal in the ring, as long as his partner is in the ring and he's having a matchup, he needs to hold on to those tag ropes. That is in the rule book. Do not believe anything else, ladies and gentlemen. Out here at Unlimited Wrestling, we follow the tag team rules. Now lock up again, Ivan Kiev. And Ivan Kiev, with his unorthodox style, is up against so many years of experience in the form of Doug Williams. Now, Doug Williams can tie you up any which way he wants to, transform you into a pretzel mare now. Oh, and Ivan Kiev tried to get Doug Williams to the ground, but Doug Williams was waiting for it. There is not a situation possible. There is not a situation that you can name that Doug Williams hasn't been in before. He can see you coming from afar and he can anticipate. Now, Ivan Kiev, very agile, surprisingly fast, completely insane. That combination makes him so dangerous, so lethal. And now Kiev. Reversal by Doug Williams, and Kiev going up for the ride, and he got dunked on his head for his trouble. Boom. And the powerful Williams making short work of Ivan Kiev. Ivan Kiev now fighting him toe to toe. Perhaps not the wisest strategy given the experience of Doug Williams. But this guy's fearless. This guy likes to fight. This guy likes to get in there and mix it up. And the tag has been made on the part of Doug Williams. And Bouncer and Aldis are both in the ring now. And look at these two studs going at it. Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a fan of tag team wrestling, then Unlimited is the place to be. Now Aldis whipping in Bouncer. Bouncer was waiting for him with that elbow. Bouncer from the second rope. Aldis is simply stepping aside. He had him scouted. And Bouncer is looking up very surprised. This is the first time in a long time that I've seen that look on his face. Boom! Aldis walks, talks, and wrestles like a true champion. This is why they call him the national treasure. Oh, and he wanted to drag Bouncer into the corner of Doug Williams. Bouncer put the brakes on real quick, tagging in to Kiev. Now Doug Williams has been tagged in. Double whipping now. And this is where tag team experience comes into play. Boom! Simple meat and potatoes. They're not going for anything fancy. They're just being effective, getting the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that counts. And we're going to see a rerun. But now on Bouncer, no, Kiev was there to prevent further damage from being done on Bouncer. And now going to the hamstring and the back of the knee area. I'm not sure which part he hit, but he went down, and you saw that leg buckle. You saw Williams, his leg buckle, so now kicks to the midsection. And Doug Williams, believe me, he has been in there with the best of them. But has he ever been in there with two men with the attitude, with the sadistic tendencies, with the psychoticness of the Purge Club? And now Stinger Splash, Ivan Kiev now, oh my God, so weird yet so effective is Ivan Kiev. Oh, and now you see the violence. Now you see the intensity and the mean intent, which with every maneuver is just executed with intent to destroy. The cruelty of the Purge Club. Oh, and Kev, the referee, did not see that tag, and he wants to send Aldis back. Oh my God, look at this. This must frustrate Aldis greatly. Imagine the frustration when you know you're in the right, but the referee could not register it. Kiev and Doug Williams now, legal men. Kiev tagging in Bouncer. Now, both of them sending Doug Williams into the corner. Oh! Unbelievable unusual, that atomic drop blockbuster combination, and now the bust and crab on that leg that they targeted earlier. And Nick has had it. He has had enough. He has had enough, and that's completely understandable. I understand him completely. Frustration was just boiling over on the part of the National Treasure, but wasn't smart because now he's allowing the Purge Club to once again continue their illegal maneuvers behind the referee's back. Oh, and going low into the breadbasket is Ivan Kiev. And you can see that Williams is suffering now. And I do not think by any means that it is a coincidence that the Purge Club is isolating the senior member of the British invasion. I think this is a well-thought-of strategy on the part of the Purge Club. And now, the power of Doug Williams. This is opportunity. Can he read Nick Aldis? No. There's Bouncer trying to prevent the attack from being made. It's being made. And Nick Aldis is in the ring. And he goes to work. He goes to town. Nobody is safe. Clotheslining Bouncer out. And now running into that boot by Kiev. And Kiev charged him. Scooping him up. Michinoku driver out of thin air. 1, 2. Oh! We almost had new champions. And still you can see the frustration on the part of Nick Aldis. Aldis now with a clothesline. Doug Williams with the elbow. The National Treasure now. Shades of Davey Boy Smith. And the National Treasure setting him up for a Texas Clover leave. And Ivan Kiev is hurt, but there's Bouncer. He's not the legal man in the ring. He's got no business being there. Yet he clears the ring. The referee now has to administer the count of 5 to get Bouncer out of the ring. Oh, and an axe kick. Leg drop type combination, but Doug Williams was right there to prevent the count. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. At this stage, it could actually go either way. We could actually see a couple of new tag team champions being crowned here at Unlimited Wrestling. Ain't no action like tag team action, cause tag team action don't stop. Boom shakalaka. Oh my God, the referee is down. Oh my God, the referee is down. Inadvertently, or perhaps not, I couldn't tell. Either way, Kev the ref is out of it. We need to get a second referee in here. It's getting out of hand. Now Doug Williams putting on the brakes. Double suplex. Both members of the Purge Club are down. The British invasion now. Bouncer is out of the ring. Ivan Kiev is on Dream Street. Will they allow him time to clear the cobwebs? Or are they setting him up? Are they setting him up for... Oh my God, Chaos Theory! Followed by an elbow! Where's the referee? Where's the referee? We need to get a second referee out here! We need to get a second referee out here! We could have had new champions right there! Oh no, there's Bouncer with the title! He knocked down Doug Williams with the title. And now, is Aldis aware of Bouncer wielding that title? Aldis now ducking. Kick to the midsection. Tossing Bouncer into the ropes. He tumbles out. Now Aldis has got the gold. And even though this is not the first time he's got gold in his hands, he's got it in his hands for a different reason right now. And now Kiev, he bashes Scurll in with that title. And Kevin, the referee, is trying to make his way back into the ring as Nick Aldis clamps on the Texas Cloverleaf. And we've got new champions! We've got new champions! I can't believe it! I can't believe it, Nick Aldis! Doug Williams, the British Invasion! We've got new champions! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Gewinner via Disqualification.
What?
Und weitere Unlimited Tag Team Champions.
No!
Der Purge Club.
The British Invasion didn't bring those belts in. This is a travesty. The Purge Club retains. It's a disqualification. The ring announcer is now communicating with the referee. He's telling the referee what went down. Yes, I saw that shot. It's not Nick Aldis' fault. He didn't bring in the title. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe what we're seeing here. This is a travesty. What an embarrassment for tag team wrestling. The Purge Club got away with the titles by the skin of their teeth. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We came this close. They came this close. We almost had Doug Williams and Nick Aldis as our tag team champions. Yet, Bouncer and Kiev, the Purge Club, were able to retain. The crowd is calling for a rematch. I am calling for Marty Guerrero to come out here. Look at these guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Aldis und Doug Williams. Dann ist der folgende Kampf. Ein Singles-Match, angesetzt auf einen Fall. Und es ist das Finale des Red Diamond Cups.
And here we go! Everything that has been built up this entire weekend is coming to a head in this moment as Crowchester, the first competitor of this final match, heads down the ring, accompanied by Yannick Drugan. And Crowchester actually getting in the faces of the fans how this guy has changed, how the momentum has shifted. But it doesn't matter what you think of this guy, because he is clearly getting the job done, because it is Crowchester that is in the main event of this weekend's Red Diamond Cup. Crowchester, not impressed by this crowd, but perhaps he will be impressed by his opponent. And there he is, the man who lives on the edge of sanity. That certified maniac. That wrestling veteran. That superstar. That Discovery Channel legend. Catching fish, predators with his bare hands. Not cowering away from any challenge. All his roads have led to this moment, to tonight's main event. Everything will culminate. This is the main event of WRESTIVAL. This is the final of the Red Diamond Cup.
Okay, stellt euch jetzt die beiden Finalisten einmal vor. Zu meiner Linken, mit einem Gewicht von 86 Kilogramm, aus Russland. Ich präsentiere euch Crowchester. To my right side, weighing in 235 pounds from Nashville, Tennessee, he's the world-class maniac, Eric Young!
World-class maniac Eric Young, and the crowd loves him. Listen to this crowd. Everybody's ready for this one. Everybody is ready for this confrontation. And what a weekend it has been.
Der Referee für dieses Finale, Kev the Ref.
And that is what it is all about. The cup. The Red Diamond Cup. For the very first time, one of these two competitors will win it. One of these two competitors will ride Hendry and Crowchester, storming Eric Young, who just smashes him. He just smashes him. Crowchester stormed the wrong guy, shit-canning him out of the ring, and now Eric Young, tope suicida. Did you hear them? Both of their bodies colliding at the floor, and Eric Young is on fire. He is on fire. He travels to that place. He gets in that zone. You do not want to have him there. He's a dangerous man. Cross body on the top rope. 1, 2. Oh my God, this guy is on fire. Look at the eyes. Look at his eyes roll in his head. And now Crowchester attacking him. Eric Young now putting on the brakes, tried to monkey flip Eric Young, but Eric Young said, no, not today, brother. Oh my God, the shoulder. If that did not hyperextend the shoulder, I do not know what will. And the damage has already been done to that shoulder earlier on tonight. And there's Yannick. There's Yannick. There's that despicable crony, that flunky, that stooge. And Crowchester now attacking that shoulder. I was afraid this was going to happen. Crowchester has proven in the past just how cerebral he can be. He has been watching Eric Young's matches throughout this weekend. He has watched Eric Young's previous match, and he saw that Eric Young hurt his shoulder. I saw Eric Young walking around, I'm going for the cover. I saw Eric Young walking around backstage, heavily favoring that shoulder. It hurts more than he wants to lead you on to believe. And now Crowchester. Oh, he is going for complete destruction. He wants that cup. He needs that cup. This is his company. This is the company where he rose to prominence. And he will be damned if he will let an outsider, because that's the way he looks at it, take it away from him. No, 2 count. Eric Young is just too tough. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of the Thing from Fantastic Four, like this unbreakable rock. Let's see if he's indeed unbreakable, because right now, Yannick is just having a go at him. Yannick attacking him like a wild hyena on the outside. Oh, and Eric Young will not go down. Even though his shoulders are hurt, he will not keep them against the canvas. Crowchester now, whipping in Eric Young, waiting for him. Oh, are we going to see the pile driver? This could be over quick once again. And now, Fujiwara armbar. Fujiwara armbar being applied. Eric Young now. Oh my God, that thing almost got ripped out of its socket earlier tonight by that monster Krampus. Krampus led to the downfall of not just Eric Young, Maestro Cradle, Crucifix pinning combination, again the Fujiwara armbar, but also Krampus led to the destruction of the Unlimited Wrestling ring. And many a toilet I have heard. And now the referee says no. Eric Young is not ready to give up. He is not yet ready to quit. I'm pretty sure if it actually pops, even if we hear it pop, Eric Young will refuse to quit, and the referee has to stop this match and end it on TKO. And now, Eric Young fighting his way to the rope. This is a different animal. This guy is a different animal. But an animal he is. Eric Young now suffering. And Crowchester just vicious. He has no mercy, no empathy. What happened to this guy? Something snapped in this guy. When he lost his title to Kluth, everything changed. The whole game changed, but the whole landscape here at Unlimited changed with him. Oh, and now Eric Young trying to prevent more damage from being done. And now Eric Young going to work like the maniac that he loves to be, and the maniac that we love to see. Watch out for Yannick. Watch out for Crowchester. They're coming from both sides. Big up to Kev the ref for being in there, for toughing it out after what he had to endure earlier on tonight. And now Eric Young coming up the top with that elbow. My God, that he can still execute that. Is that it? No! The man from Sonotov kicks out. And again, Eric Young going to the top rope. And there's Yannick. And now the referee needs to intervene. He got caught in the act. He got caught red-handed. He got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. You know what's going to happen to you now, Yannick. He's out of there. He's gone. He is gone. He is gone. Yannick just got thrown out of there. Oh, we love to see this. We love to see this guy leave. Finally, after all those matches, Eric Young is still pursed up on that top rope. Perhaps it's wise to step off there, but there comes Crowchester. Crowchester leaping on the top rope in a single bound. Flipping off, moonsault style. Eric Young now, oh! Leaping to his possible demise as Crowchester, oh my God. Crowchester just drop kicked him in mid-air. What hang time. This is why they call this man the Crow.
This is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome!
And now Eric putting on the brakes. And Young elbowing his way out of there. Side suplex. No, Crowchester just rolling through. Great agility. Oh my God. He's got the confidence of youth on his side. He's got the agility of youth on his side, but he is athletic. He is swift. And he does not show any mercy. Split-legged moonsault, beautifully executed by Crowchester. 1, 2, and oh my God, Eric Young. Oh my God, Eric Young. And what is Crowchester doing to the referee now? Does he want to get disqualified? He's already treading on thin ice right now. Tread lightly, Crowchester, and now Crowchester's trying to enziguri. No, that wheelbarrow into a, oh! Crowchester turned it around into a bulldog. And, oh, again! Time after time again, Crowchester tries to pin Eric Young, but time after time again, Eric Young manages to kick out and escape. And now Crowchester. 450, oh, landed on his legs awkwardly, I have to say. Now, the pile driver, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. 2, 3, yeah! We got a winner! It's Eric Young, it's Eric Young, it's Eric Young, he took it.
Gewinner dieses Matches via Pinfall und damit der Gewinner des Red Diamond Cups, der World Class Maniac, Eric Young.
This whole place is standing. We just saw history being made. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Young is the first ever winner of the Red Diamond Cup. Eric Young did it. Eric Young did it. What a winner. What a guy. What an athlete. What a warrior. Welcome to Europe. Welcome to Germany. Welcome to Thala. Welcome to Unlimited Wrestling. Eric Young. These 2 days were filled with drama, filled with action. It was an emotional ride. It was a thrill ride. But above all, we had a great time. And we did it together. We did it together. You, the viewers that are watching us right now live, and all these people here in the venue. This was WRESTIVAL. We are one family. We are unlimited. My name is Rico Bushido, and I will see you next time.